He was born in 1930 in a little town called LaGrange, North Carolina. Frank Lucas grew up with hardship as his shadow, racism, poverty, and the cruel realities of the Deep South. I can only imagine what it must have felt like, watching your family scrape by and then witnessing something truly horrifying. Your own cousin murdered by the Ku Klux Klan, right in front of your eyes. That's the moment that pushed Frank to run. He left everything behind, heading straight for Harlem, hoping for a new life. But Harlem in those days wasn't a place for dreams. It was survival of the fittest. Frank started small, hustling, robbing, doing whatever it took to survive. Fate, though, had bigger plans. It was here that he caught the attention of Ellsworth "Bumpy" Johnson, a legend in Harlem's underworld. Under Bumpy's wing, Frank learned the unspoken rules: command respect, move quietly, and always stay 2 steps ahead. In 1968, Bumpy died and the streets were wide open. Most would have played it safe, but Frank saw an opportunity, not just to take over but to change the game entirely. He believed the Mafia and the middlemen were making heroin expensive and weak, so Frank went straight to the source. During the chaos of the Vietnam War, Frank traveled to Southeast Asia's Golden Triangle, the heart of the world's heroin trade. He made deals with producers directly, cutting out the Mafia, and smuggled in heroin that was almost 100% pure. The product? Blue Magic. Stronger, cheaper, and deadlier than anything else around. Using US military contacts, Frank allegedly brought it in hidden inside military coffins and cargo, right under everyone's noses. With Blue Magic everywhere, Frank's empire exploded. At his peak, he was making up to $1 million a day. He bought houses from coast to coast, strutted in custom suits, and even kept a pet tiger. But the real trick? He kept a low profile. Until one day, he didn't. At a Muhammad Ali fight, Frank turned up in a full-length chinchilla coat worth $100,000 with a matching hat that cost another $25,000. That coat, and the man wearing it, caught the eye of law enforcement, including Detective Richie Roberts. The investigation dragged on for years: wiretaps, surveillance, sting after sting. In 1975, Frank Lucas was finally arrested and sentenced to 70 years in prison. But Frank still had one more surprise. He flipped, cooperating with the authorities, naming corrupt cops, dealers, even government officials. His testimony led to over 100 arrests. As a reward, his sentence was slashed, and he was out by 1991. Arrested again in the mid-90s, released in 2004, Frank Lucas died in 2019, aged 88. Some call him a criminal mastermind, others, a traitor. But one thing nobody can deny: his story changed the face of crime in America, forever blurring the line between villain and legend.